If you're the Dodgers, you just caught a bad break because of Edwin Diaz. First year with the team and already with injury problems. Welcome to Baseball Heat Podcast with Mike. I am your host, Miguel Medina. The Dodgers, they split the 4-game series against the Colorado Rockies after losing back-to-back games on Saturday and Sunday. But their closer, Edwin Diaz, he's heading to the injury list. Edwin Diaz, he will undergo surgery to remove loose bodies in his right elbow. Diaz, he's one of the best in the game. He's 32 years old. He has 4 saves, 10 strikeouts, and a 10.50 ERA this season. But hopefully the Diaz can get the situation solved. One of the things that the Dodgers struggled last season was with their bullpen, and getting a guy like Diaz was a big deal for them. And the fact that he went down with this injury, they're going to have to pivot and get someone from the minor league system to help fill that void for the closer role. When I read this, I said to myself, first of all, it's very rare that I see Craig Counsell making headlines, whether it's whining or for any case may be. But this situation right here, it's like, come on, Craig. And I've always liked Craig. I feel like as a player, he's one of the luckiest players because he won the World Series in '97 with the Marlins and then 2001 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has been in baseball for so many years and he's had a success as a manager. So not only as a player in terms of being part of winning cultures, but even much more as a manager. I feel that will do much better as a manager than as a player, or I should say he's already improving in that regard. But Craig Counsell, he thinks that Major League Baseball rule that allows the Dodgers to carry 14 pitchers because of Shohei Ohtani is quote-unquote bizarre. So Major League teams, they're allowed to have a maximum of 13 pitchers on their active 26-man roster from opening day through August 31st. And then from September 1st all the way to the end of the season, the roster limits to about 14 pitchers and 28 active players. So this is what Craig Counsell had to say. It's a rule to help offense, I think, more than anything, if you ask me. And then there's one team that's allowed to carry basically one of both, and that he gets special consideration, which is probably the most bizarre rule for one team. Whether we agree or disagree with Craig Counsell, just beat him. That's the best way you can answer. Just beat them, because we know that the Dodgers, they're the juggernaut in baseball. They've won 3 championships in this decade, and they're signing basically everyone. But I would say just Craig Counsell and everybody else, just beat them. That's the best way you can answer. Whining, complaining, it's not going to do anything, unfortunately. It's just not. So control what you can control and just find the way to beat them on the field. The New York Mets are currently on an 11-game losing streak. I was about to say winning streak. They're on an 11-game losing streak. But Juan Soto, he'll be activated and he will play on Wednesday. This episode is gonna premiere at 4 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday. So I just found out about this news that Juan Soto will be activating and he will play tomorrow in the series against the Minnesota Twins. I feel that the series against the Twins, the losing streak will come to an end. Things really went south for the Mets after he went down with the injury, which was calf strain. So he hasn't been on the field since April 3rd, which was in the series against the San Francisco Giants. But the Mets, on paper, that lineup, they're too talented to lose 11 in a row. But it's April. It's still a long season, 162 games. So they can still turn around, and I wouldn't be surprised if they turn it around. And this series against the Twins might be the beginning of something starting to click again for the Mets. College baseball. So here's the top 25 rankings after this weekend. UCLA remains at number 1. North Carolina at number 2. Georgia Tech 3. Texas 4, like Steve Harvey says, 4. Georgia number 5. Oregon State 6. Texas A&M 7. Florida Seminoles 8. Coastal Carolina 9. Virginia 10. Auburn 11. West Virginia 12. Alabama 13. Oklahoma 14. Mississippi State 15. Kansas 16. Ole Miss 17. Southern Miss 18. Oregon at number 19. Nebraska 20. Florida 21. Boston College 22. Southern California 23. Arkansas 24, and Arizona State 25. And I hope that Miami Hurricanes at some point makes it to the top 25. And speaking of the Hurricanes, they won their 5 consecutive series. They took 2 out of 3 against Stanford. So I'm happy for my Canes in that regard. They improved to 29-11 this season. In other news, Troy, they rallied 9-3 to win 15-11 on Jimmy Janicki's walk-off grand slam over Louisiana on Sunday. Troy is 7-3 in series finales. It's Janicki's first career grand slam. Troy scored 7 runs in the 7th inning and then 4 runs in the 9th inning. And then on Saturday, that was another great game, Oregon and Illinois. Illinois, they won 16-13 after a 3-run walk-off home run from Kyle Schupman. Illinois scored 12 runs in the last 3 innings of the game. Illinois drew 10 walks against Oregon. And it's the first ranked home win this season for the Fighting Illinois. Florida State, they completed the sweep over Notre Dame. The Seminoles scored 4 runs in the 7th inning to make that comeback. All of the Florida State's 6 runs came in 2-out situations. And last but not least, Texas A&M, they swept LSU. Caden Sorrell, he extends his on-base streak to 32 games. It's the first series sweep over the Tigers since joining the SEC Conference. Well, guys, that does it for today's episode of Baseball Heat Podcast with Mike. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a brand new episode. Enjoy the rest of your week. Or I should say enjoy the rest of your day, but of course the week as well. Have a great day. Be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. Take care, everyone.